Hey cousins, welcome back to Ro Reacts TV, where we react, review, and recap skits from the Country Wayne skit universe. Hey cousins, we are back with Erica and Wayne. So Erica shows up to Wayne's house and he's like, Erica, she's like, hey Wayne. She's walking towards him looking like a movie star. He tells her, oh, so you still catching Ubers? She says, sir, that is not an Uber. That is my driver. He says, your driver? She says, yes. Do you want to meet him? He says, you got a driver. She says, yes, I need one. You know, I'm not driving and I ain't trying to crash. He said, what you got going on? What made you stop by over here to holler at your boy Wayne? She said, first, give me a piece of your orange. He said, okay. She says, yeah, I was in the area over here checking out a client. She says, I spoke with my homeboy D yesterday and he told me that you're dating his ex. Wayne says, D, you know D? She says, everybody know D. You know that. He says, D must be popular. I mean, I know that. This is a small city. Erica says, me, D, and DC grew up together. Wayne says, oh yeah? She said, yeah, but look. She says, what's your intentions for this girl, Wayne? He says, what do you mean, what's my intentions? She says, what are your intentions? Like, what do you want from this girl? He says, I want eternity. She says, that's good. He says, for real, I feel like me and her, we can go the distance. She says, you say that about every woman, Wayne. She says, we're friends and I got my own dating life, but I really want you to take care of this one. She's not like any other girl, Wayne. She is wife material. He said, that's what I need. She says, yeah, but she's different, Wayne. She's not after you for the status or the money. He says, so what are you saying? Most of the women have all been after me for the status or the money? She says, every woman after me. He says, so was you after that? She says, Wayne, did I get any of that from you? Did I ask you for anything? He says, so what are you saying? I'm not good for Tamara or something? She says, Wayne, you know, I think that you are a good man, but I hope that you've grown. She says, Tamara's like a wife type. He says, yes. You know what? I didn't really want to say this because I'm right in front of your face. He says, but Tamara is different than any other woman I ever been with. He says, I ain't never had no woman to just believe in me instead of judging me off the rip. She says, you know what, Wayne? A lot of men want wives, but they don't want to be husbands. He says, well, I was born a husband, and that's what you didn't realize. She says, I wasn't supposed to realize because I'm not your wife. She says, Wayne, you're a good man, but I hope you're not here to play. She says, and let me add one more bit. She says, no matter who D deals with, Tamara is the love of his life, and I just hope you know what you're doing. Because D, he doesn't play about her. Wayne says, well, guess who I don't play about? Me. She leans in and she says, because you've changed? He says, I haven't changed. She says, He says, but she believes in me. She believes that I could be the man that I already am. All right, y'all. So you know what? Erica is over there because, you know, she came over there crying and drinking maybe a couple of months ago, and she really wanted Wayne, and she really don't want to see Tamara get with Wayne. I'm sorry. But I do like and appreciate the words that she said about Tamara. You know what I mean? She's telling him that she's a special girl and to not play with her heart. But who knows? Tamara may be the one to break Wayne's heart. And I hope it doesn't play out like that. I'm ready to see a true love story. I'm ready to root for the winning team. You know what I mean? I am ready for some fresh relationships. I don't feel like you have to be dogged out and go through so many trials before you and then find love in the end. No, I want to see love from the beginning, okay? I want to see you build love. I don't want to see, you know, oh, he hurt her, then he came back for her. She hurt him, they came back, and then they had a happily ever after 10 breakups. I'm over that. I hope this works out. Drop your thoughts in the comments, cousins, and I'll see you on the next Ro Reacts TV video.